Good morning. Welcome to Craggy Brook Gardening. So we're going to start our day here on the front porch. These guys have been watching the property and we'll just see where we end up. Now this front garden, it did really well. The rhoda was fantastic, but then a rainstorm came and took all that away. And you can see that everything seems a little bit fuller and lusher after yesterday's rain, but it's back here. I want to show you because we did have some foxgloves back here, and I think if I can get my shadow out of it, we think these are all foxglove babies way down in here. So there are hundreds and hundreds. So this is going to be fun to try to shift around. Hard for you to see, but I know they're here. Now we are trying out a couple of these, and they're citronella plants. And that's what I got at the store the other day, half price. And they are citronella. So we're going to see how they do here. Now it does say protect from frost. We'll see, but we put 2 by the front door to try to keep the nasty pests away from us. The hosta we put in is doing superbly, and he's just about to break into flower there. This is to the right of the doorway when you come out, and this is looking pretty good with the daisies and things in here. The peonies have come and gone, but I'm really happy with how the moss is just enjoying this garden, and we're going to get it to spread underneath the tree, and if I step carefully, maybe work its way that way. So this is working out quite well. And I've got a nice little spirea next to us here, and we'll just continue. This is just in front of the garage here, and we found this guy in the debris in the forest. So I have added some color there to him, given him some bling, and he lights the way when we come home. Now this is a spirea too, I believe, this burgundy one, and it has increased about 4 times its size. Comes out in nice little light colored blossoms, and then you get these red all over it. So this is wonderful, and I think I'm going to put some sedum down below there because it's a little vacant. The black flies are finding me, so I'm going to have to be a little quicker. So this is outside our home by the dining room, and it's nice in the morning to look out and see all of this. We got some campanula in here, hostas, daisies, irises have come and gone, but it's filling up quite nicely. This is the golden sedum I was talking about wanting to put around that other area. I'm dotting it in here to cover the ground, and it's one of those plants that it just keeps on giving. So I'm going to show you where the sedum has really taken over. Okay, this is where the sedum is in its glory. And you can see it makes a really nice edging. And we've got the Sweet William in here. Nice pairing, nice colors, some campanula there. The daisies are about ready to pop. And I've got what I used to always call gay feather. They're going to be purples and whites in here. Next to a daisy, next to the purple and white daisy, and we got a huge hosta in the back, but hard for you to see from here. But Sweet William is now one of my favorite go-to plants. It just keeps on giving, and it did self-seed for us in certain places. But the sedum, you know, you can break it off, hardly any roots. It will self-seed. It's happening down below here. And if I pause, we're starting to put the sedum in here as well. The sweet peas and everything else we try in here don't do very well. Despite putting slug bait and all kinds of things back there, it's just not going to happen. I think we're going to have to go into a type of a hedge or some low type of evergreen back there. I've got some chamomile here, and we'll continue. Yeah, these self-seeded over the winter too are violas, so they cover the lids of the septic. And this one over here too is going to be phenomenal once it opens up. I had some flowering time for the bees here going crazy. Now these ones get the full sun. They are just not at their best right now, the Sweet Williams, but the daisies are all coming out. They're happy. And as we make our way around, you'll see more of the sedum. I think it makes a wonderful backdrop or feature next to the daisies. And these are all the little babies that are coming here. So they're going to get transferred all around the property. If you want an economical plant, you want to go into this golden sedum. Spectacular. Now I've just pivoted a little bit because this is the walkway that we're now covering as you get close to the grass that takes us off into sort of where my husband's working down there with some transfers of spireas and things. But we thought this would look neat as sort of like a double row of sedum. This along here was doing spectacular. The rain last night drooped it a little bit. We got one little rose that's not too bad here. Some more of the Sweet Williams. Some come up in different heights, which is really interesting. And we're getting some daisies under here to grow for us. And then we're starting our walk of more of the golden sedum that I've tried to get in. We're trying to protect this one from the deer that wants to eat it. It's a echinacea. So these ones are fine. That one they wanted to eat. So this breaks off into the next row of more of these Sweet Williams. And we're getting some of the campanula coming back here. The grass is doing really well. And we did have some success with this clematis. He's just a newbie. So these are quite nice to pull up the driveway and see. We got some spirea backing it in there. But I've got to get into this garden and add a little bit more because there are some vacancies behind there. So that is wonderful. The bugs are picking up a little bit now. This was wonderful in the spring because it had a lot of wild dogwood and things. This stump here, get my shadow out of it. And we have managed to get some breathing space in the forest here. Hubby put this little platform up. Watch where I'm going. Stepping over logs. So he's put a hosta in here for us. And this is coming down to the area that he's been working away at clearing. There's some wood for the fire come fall. Sometimes the end of September, we got to get that going. That's our main heat. And got a bench over here to sit, but you can't really sit because of the bugs, unless it's September. So he's been clearing all this and transferring some spireas and daisies. And it does look more inviting. I saw that orange there. I thought it was a deer from the window, but right now to you, we've got to cover this whole ground with shavings from the trees, get a little bark mulch around happening. And he's been working down here on a wattle fence. We got one around our raised garden. And he quite enjoys making these things. Rather than shredding everything, we tried to get some morning glory growing on here, but didn't have a lot of success. So this all yet has to be worked on and beautified because we'd like more walking space.